Are you a new artist that's struggling to get commissions consistently? Are you struggling with creating your own style that distinguishes you from other artists? Are you an artist that is looking for new ways to make better art faster and for more money? Hello, my name is Johnny Judoka. I've been a professional graphic design freelancer for over 10 years, and I also have experience making different kinds of art. Today, I'm going to share with you 5 tips that helped me on my journey in creating art better, faster, and for more money. Here we go. So, what are problems for new artists? A lot of artists don't know where to begin. They often don't know which materials and medium to use, and end up spending a lot of their money on things that they don't need. A lot of artists also deal with insecurity, comparing themselves to other people who have way better art than them, even though those artists have been making art for a really long time. Another difficulty that comes with new artists is that they have trouble finding jobs with those who have no degree. This creates a lot of competition in the free market because a lot of freelancers are trying to get commissions. So, to address these issues, let's start with the first issue when it comes to being a new artist. Number 1, you're probably drawing inefficiently. A lot of beginners who post their content online are lacking professionalism and polish. A lot of this comes from a lack of fundamentals and understanding the core principles of art. Professionalism and polish in your work as an artist comes from being consistent over time, creating work, messing up, creating work again. It is important to ask for feedback when you are a new artist because that harsh feedback is going to make you better faster in the long run. Ask other artists for feedback. Their feedback is going to make you better faster and help you create better art in the long run. Number 2, when you draw inefficiently, it's probably because you are making the same art over and over again. When it comes to making art as a beginner, you need to try different ways of making your art, different characters, different studies, different inspirations. And number 3, you don't know basic drawing fundamentals. Whether it be traditional art or digital art, you need to know the basic drawing fundamentals in order to be successful as an artist. Try reading books or watching YouTube videos on basic art fundamentals so you can solve problems in your art before they ever begin. Number 2, you need to study craft and technique. You need to know some amount of art theory and technique. You need to know about composition, value, color, gesture, perspective, and design. All these seemingly complicated elements of art are crucial in understanding how to create effective, successful, and marketable art. Number 2, the more you know, the better your art. Be able to have a large knowledge base of what kind of art you like to make and also different kinds of artists that inspire you to make the art you make. It is common to get inspiration from other forms of art such as classical art, music, film, TV, and etc. Number 3, learn the basics and apply them consistently. You need to focus on the basics when you draw, and the more you draw, the better you'll get. However, it is important that when you're making art, apply the fundamentals consistently over time and you'll get better. Number 3, style comes from studying other art. First of all, originality is a myth. It is impossible to create solely from imagination. When we draw from references inside our head, it comes from studying other art. We study shapes, objects, figures, characters, and other forms to help us to get the inspiration we need for our next drawing. If you want to create art from imagination, you need to be able to have a base reference of shapes, figures, and forms and apply light and color to them in any situation. And number 2, style comes from copying others and mastering fundamentals. Like I said before, you cannot create inspired art if it doesn't come from copying other people. You can find inspiration not just in art, but in things like movie, books, TV, and even nature. And of course, work on the fundamentals as you get better. You're going to make a lot of art that is not very good right away, but the more you do it, the better you'll get. Number 4, you're not challenging yourself enough. Expand your knowledge and your skill set. Explore different kinds of art that you're not familiar with to help you get better at art. When I was in art school, I really excelled at abstract art, but had to work on rendering still lifes. It was not easy and it was very difficult, but it helped me become better as an artist. 2, tackle creative challenges. Make art fun. Don't make art just focused on making the same thing over and over again or pushing yourself to the point where it's not fun anymore. Impose limits and challenges on your art, which then allows you to have a little bit more fun in your art. Number 3, work on your weaknesses. For me, I have a really hard time rendering value in my art. And so I spend a lot of time working on comic book portraits because it's an easy and accessible way to render light on objects and figures without being too hard. The more you work on your weaknesses, the better your art will be and the more fun you'll have doing it. 5. You need to be consistent. Even though it's difficult to make money making commissions online, it is important that you stay consistent. Find a platform that you have a couple of followers on and be consistent and focus on growing that platform. If you don't post consistently, no one will see your art and therefore you won't get the money that you're looking for. Number 2, figure out what kind of posts work. Figure out what works for social media in regards to posting art. Nowadays, social media is all about reels, so be prepared that when you post your art on different platforms, you may not get the clout you get right away because of the format you're posting your art in. Number 3, practice self-care and keep a backlog. It is important that you take care of yourself as you keep making art, because if you burn out while you're creating art, it's going to prevent yourself from being able to get the clout you need to be successful. Take care of yourself, practice self-care, do what you need to do, and make art consistently so that you can make more money off of it in the future. So, now that I know all this information, what do I do now? Create consistently, which improves your art. The more you create and the more you focus on working on your weaknesses, the better your art will be. Study other art and artists so you can improve and be complete as an artist. Develop your niche to market your art. Focus on the things that work for your content and your art. Find different avenues online, in social media, and in person to help you get the commissions you need to make money. And finally, practice self-care to avoid burnout. No matter what, even if you're doing art paid or unpaid, it is important to take care of yourself and your mental health. Take care of yourself so you can do more art. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope this was an educational video. I'm telling you my experiences with art and how I want to help others with it. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching my video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this gave you a couple of tips to help you guys in your journey of being a better artist. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.